Hey folks, I got a mission. I want to help you and me catch more and bigger fish. And I want to make it super easy for us to brag about it so we can get the credibility we deserve. I'm Johan Atby, co-founder and CEO of FishBrain. Catching more and bigger fish and brag about it are the two fundamental drivers in all sport fishing worldwide. And this is what FishBrain is all about. Using our mobile app, anglers all over the world can log their fishing trips and catches in a super easy way. They can share the fishing, they can follow other anglers in real time. They can also get recommendations on when, where, and how to fish, so they can catch the dream catch. I can see some of you thinking, okay, this is pretty cool, but how big of a market is this really? I can assure you, it's a mega market. Globally, 200 million people fish. This is the world's biggest hobby. This is more than play golf and tennis combined. Anglers, also extreme spenders. They spend $1,500 a year on their hobby. So they're pretty passionate about their hobby. Just the market in the US only, sport fishing market, is a staggering $45 billion market, which is roughly 3 times bigger than the global music industry, to put things in perspective. How do we make money? We do the 3 usual suspects: a pro app, ads, and affiliate. But we also have a 4th one, which is pretty unique. Anglers are crazy about competing. So we run virtual fishing contests where they pay a starting fee. And we pocket half of the money. We got a pretty good team. 3 serial entrepreneurs. We are also avid, passionate anglers. Myself, I started another software company 10 years ago. I moved to Silicon Valley, Palo Alto in 2006. I had a good exit when the company was acquired. So I moved back in 2011 to Stockholm, Sweden to run FishBrain and having a blast. We got some pretty good traction. Last year, I was on stage on this spot, so we won the lightweight competition last year here at Slush. It was pretty fun. It's fun to be back. After that, I raised $1.5 million from VCs and some angels. We won Seed Camp in Berlin, so we're now a proud member of the Seed Camp family. But most importantly, we launched the app in March this year. So we're 6 months into this now. We already have over 130,000 registered users. And you can see from the graph that the traction is pretty solid. So we're growing quickly. We also have very active users. 65,000 catches have been logged using FishBrain. Can you imagine how much fish that is? And do they brag about this? Yes, they do. Just look at these pictures. We'll get approximately 300 new catches every day. So anglers do love to brag. I got a call from Discovery Channel a couple of months ago. They said, we scanned the market for fishing apps. We've seen that FishBrain is the best one out there. So they wanted to do a partnership with me. So we struck a deal. So we now have a co-branded version for River Monsters, which is the most successful and popular show on Animal Planet. The plan for us now is really, we want to become the dominant player in the global market. We're growing very nicely in Sweden. Also in the States, we have the majority of our users, 70,000 of the 130,000 users are in the States. Other big markets for sport fishing are Japan, China, and Russia. So we want to grow there as well. And we want to get to 10 million users, $50 million in revenue in 3 years. And one last thing. We have already started developing for Google Glass because the fit for angler is just exceptionally good. And we were selected by Google, one of the first companies in the Google Glass Explorer program. And just a couple of weeks ago, we won the Google Glass Hackathon in San Francisco. Thank you, and hope I could hook you.
Thanks. Impressive. So what about the competition? Can you tell us something about that?
There are a couple, 3 or 4 apps in the United States. none in Europe, so it's very little competition. So if you compare this to other niches, because this is a vertical, so looking at other, for example, golf, which is it's a smaller market, but it's very saturated. You got thousands of golf apps. Some of them are really good. I like to compare myself with a company that did this for cycling, a high-end cycling company called Strava. They're based in San Francisco. They raised 16 million in venture capital in the seed and A, but they are now 10 million users, very high conversion from free to pro. So they have proven that this works for a vertical.
So congrats on 130,000 downloads. Can you open up a little bit your retention? So how many of your downloads really use this actively?
Mm-hmm.
And how many of them really have this goldfish memory?
So first, retention. 30-day retention is 42%.
Okay.
So we have monthly active are 40,000. So 40,000 monthly active of 130,000 registered. I'm benchmarking myself to other companies. That's pretty high. I'm happy with that. Are anglers happy? Yeah, looking at the rating, we're rated 4.1 in App Store and 4.2 in Google Play. So yeah, I think they're pretty happy. But there are a lot of things we can do. We just gotten started.
Yeah, and to play devil's advocate, I could say like, okay, how will you get into, let's say, 3 million, 5 million downloads? So what's your plan? How are you going to grow?
Today, mostly it's word of mouth, because it's the bragging thing. You want to invite your friends so you can brag about the catches. And when you're in the local area, you want to make sure that everyone in the local area actually sees your catches. So we see some strong viral effects there. So hoping that will kick in.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.